Hello gang, before we start today, if you didn't watch Saturday's upload, yesterday's upload, watch that first. This will spoil that, watch that first. Hello then gang, welcome back, and Ben Hur's still here, just, it's the daily update these days, isn't it? He's still here, still doing fine. We've got 40 goals in 33, and next year, all be well, will be a Premier League player if we just quickly offer him a new, still doesn't want to, okay. Now then, today it's just a one-match episode, I think, West Ham United in the FA Cup semi-final. It's been quite an interesting run for us so far in the tournament. Let's run through it as we go to the semi-final. Now, I can use this fancy graphic to show you that we beat Shrewsbury in the third round, a fourth round win against Sunderland, then beat Tottenham, then Liverpool, and today then West Ham, local rivals to Thames. It even says it on our page. If you look on general here, you can see local rivals, West Ham. In terms of location, they are very, very close to where we are situated, ground-wise, very, very close indeed. So it's going to be an interesting game today. We'll see how we get on. West Ham are a decent side, ninth in the Premier League this year. Eddie Howe at the helm, and there's a major issue that some of you might have realised when we play West Ham, and it's this. It's these two down here. Not only is Pierre suspended and Renato Welter-Wink injured, but Patterson and Hutchinson are both unavailable due to the fact that they are West Ham players that are loaned to us for the course of the season. So neither of them can play. Hutchinson has been an absolute star for us this season, so you'll be pleased to know he's contracted to next year as well and can play for us until the end of next season. I got that wrapped up very, very quickly. $7,000 a week. I think considering the money you've got now for transfers next season, just very quickly to remind you, 29 million. It's nice to have a player like him back again here for another season. Matthew Patterson as well. I mean, a good player, so we did the same thing with him as well. Both players will hopefully be back next season. Look, if they're two players that can help us get promoted, they can surely help us stay up next year. Some people might think it's a bit premature to get them in this early, but I think both players will start for me next year. Reputation will still be a problem even in the Premier League, so it's going to be interesting to see how we get on with that as well and battle that. But let's get into this game then against West Ham. First things first, running through the team. So with all the players unavailable, it's nice to be able to welcome Mac Casper to the centre of midfield. Him and Pat Street will be reunited in the centre with Conlon just in front. Casper will of course be returning as the ball-winning midfielder. Box-to-box role for Street, which he's played pretty much all season, and Altidal comes in on that right-hand side to replace Hutchinson. Rowney will of course keep his place on the left. Conlon behind Ben Hur, as mentioned. Turk's going to have to fill in for Pierre with Taylor, Edmund, Williams. Completed the back four. Reed, of course, will be in goal for this one. And a big game, a massive game. I don't know if this is bigger than that. It's not as big as getting promoted, is it? But it's still big. So here we go then. I'm not actually sure where it is. I assume it's at Wembley, but I could be wrong. Either way, that's going to be a lot of money. It's actually at London Stadium. Interesting that, because I thought traditionally FA Cup semi-final games have been held at Wembley Stadium, but not this time around. So curious. In the other semi-final, it's the Manchester derby, City versus United. A bit of a corker. Okay, we've played West Ham 3 times, beaten them once, defeated twice. So this is going to be interesting. Now, of course, we've done well. Play this attacking philosophy against some of the bigger teams. Of course, you've just seen the run we went on. We've knocked out some big boys. And the Carabao Cup, we did the same. So here we go then. It's an FA Cup semi-final. I love an FA Cup game, and especially a semi-final. Scaglia, 31-year-old Italian up front. Cap Bracely never scored for them, but looks pretty decent this year. 18 and 34 after coming in on a free transfer from Juventus. Decent little purchase for them. Could be dangerous. This guy obviously is keeping Hutchinson out of the team. I can see why. Bloody, he's good, isn't he? Blimey. Okay, I was thinking, why wouldn't they give Hutchinson a run? That's why he's coming back on loan next year. Right, I'm going to go with that whole underdog feel. Of course, with the Championship team, the only Championship team left in it, West Ham, and of course the Manchesters, both in the Premier League. So here we go. Can Thames sort of just round off an incredible season with one more major moment? Let's find out. Of course, there's still a chance to win the title. What I'll probably do at the end of this episode is play the next league game and just update you as to whether we did it or not. And then we can go into next season. Not next season, sorry. The last game of the season, looking towards next season. There could be a chance here as Altidal picks up on this right-hand side, plays it in towards Ben Hur, but it's a little bit all over the place, and Scaglia is away, the Italian, a chance for West Ham, and he's scored. Is it offside? The assistant's not moved. I'm assuming it's counted, though. I think it's counted. Greg Hunter with the assist. We lose it sort of a bit comically, really, in the centre. It just hits number 23. I think that's Pat Street. Yeah, ball played over the top. And the lino just decides that I'll run back a little bit. He's not really trying, if I'm being honest. And it's put into the back of the net. West Ham take the lead. Now, usually I'd be disappointed, but Liverpool did the exact same thing. We all know what happened there. As Conlon into Casper, into Altidal, into Ben Hur with a chance. Rowney's there. Oh, that was a big opportunity, I feel like. More possession for Thames, a free kick. We'll stick with most of the highlights here. It's Altidale now. If he can get past the fullback and get a ball in, could be dangerous. But finds Conlon. Ball doesn't quite drop to him, so Turk's going to have to gather this. If he can get a ball into the middle, looks for Rowney. Never a very good option considering the height of Rowney. We've talked about that before. Never that good. As Scaglia now, even at 31, he's got the pace to get away from his man. Hunter, off the post and behind. Stressful scenes here, viewers. Very stressful scenes. I'm going to stay with this attacking philosophy though. It's got us here. We're going to stick with it for now, as Hunter is in again. And so far, they're finding a lot of space down the back of our fullbacks. And West Ham make it 2. And going attacking now feels like a foolish choice. I guess we'll go to standard. We'll try and just sort of see this towards half-time and see what we can do. But I don't want to... No, I'm not going to say anything. We should be more competitive than this, even with the players unavailable. 4 players, though, that on their day could start. There's the free kick. Canales with it, just wide of the post. We're on standard. There's a debate, really, whether we go slightly more counter-attacking, but West Ham on it again, and they are not messing about today. Scaglia with another opportunity, hits the post again. They could be scoring a lot more here. We'll counter until the half-time whistle. I think I'm going to get angry here, and because no one's playing well. Edmund's having a decent game. Everyone else is appalling. Aggressively saying, not happy with the performance out there. It was awful. Pat Street is gutted, but everyone else is okay with it. So Pat Street's going to come off for Skeet because I don't want that influence out there, Patrick. Right, second half then. Come on, boys. Let's get at it. We're playing on the counter-attack. We'll do so for the next sort of 20 minutes. We'll see how we do towards the hour mark, and then maybe make a change again as Hunter's ball in. Could be dangerous. I mean, West Ham have had some massive opportunities. Problem is for me right now is, apart from Dodd, like, who am I bringing on? I guess there's a corner to them. They may well score from this, but we're bringing Dodd on anyway for Rowney, who's had a pretty indifferent game. And they didn't score from the corner, luckily. Rowney's had a 6.2 there. Not great, is it? We've got 5,000 away fans at London Stadium. That's not too bad, you know. I've got attacking again. We're going to see if we can get the best out of Ben Hur. We've got to get him the ball more, folks, as there's a free kick not particularly good, has to be said. Played up towards Ben Hur, whose knock-on doesn't come to anything. The ball played forward, but it looks like we're going to get that back. And it's whether we can build from here now. The ball out towards Skeet's not the best. And Taylor looks for the run of Ben Hur, though. And he'll usually get there. He does do. Shot from... Oh, my God, Ben Hur. That is why he's a superstar, folks. Flipping heck. Has had an anonymous game for pretty much the whole game. And then pulls out that. Reed played it forward. Again, it's unsurprisingly a lumped ball forward over the top that gets us our chance. But Ben Hur, in between the 2 defenders. Great touch out of his feet. And then bang, into the back of the net. Lovely old job. All right, with about 15 minutes to go, there's a temptation here to not work it into the ball quite so much and go that more direct style. It's got us our goal. Let's try and stick with that. West Ham, though, with the possession. And, again, an FA Cup final opportunity. Scaglia could be taking it. Oh, I mean, he's got to score that. What do you do? Not long to go here. Do you make... What changes do you even make at this point? All right, we're going to make a change. Altidale's going to go up front with Ben Hur as a target man on attack. We're going to bring Conlon over to this side and replace him with Morris, and then switch round Williams and Morris, because I think Williams, even though he's not naturally a right-sided winger, he might still be good enough in that position. So we'll push him further forward. We've got a little bit more direct. Can we get the equaliser late doors? Okay, there's a highlight, and we've been known recently for late goals. Can Thames do it one more time? Or will West Ham manage to see this out as they come down this left-hand side? Ball played in. Reed gets there. And here we go then. 3 minutes to go. Is there going to be one final highlight? Reed, please look for Altidale. For heaven's sake. He's amazing in the air. We do look for him. The ball does come down in our possession. And is there still time? I think this will go to extra time, actually. As the ball again. Altidale wins the header down. Ben Hur now. Shot from distance. Ben Hur side netting. That might have been it, folks. Corner played in though. Oh, Blackwell comes in, claims a minute to go. It looks like our FA Cup run might be coming to an end. West Ham could counter here and put the nail in the Thames coffin, and they do. 3-1, West Ham victorious. Well, what a run it was. I think to get to the semi-finals, we should still be very proud of that. But it's not to be this time. We went for it towards the end. We lacked some of our star players. It's a bit of a shame that we didn't have to play. Like, if we'd have played City or United, at least we'd have had a full-strength side to a more of a degree, of course, with those 2 West Ham players. But missing out on those 2 has hurt us a little bit. And they will then go to the final and face one of the Manchester teams. And this is probably going to be the final action of the game. Disappointing, but, as I say, a really good run. I mean, both cup competitions this year, much better than previous. Our squad depth clearly slightly better. But there we are then. Game over. 3-1 West Ham, and we doff our caps to them. Can't fault your effort. You gave it everything, but it just wasn't to be. Right, I've got Bolton on the Saturday. This will decide whether we wrap up the title or not. We actually got some money for that, so that was nice. Right, then this is the team for the game. Ben Hur obviously sits out. Hutchinson comes back in. So Altidal plays his way into the striking position. We'll see how we do. Bolton for the title. Anything happens, I'll let you know. Corner. Hutchinson to take. Played in. Cleared as far as Casper. Brownie's there. Is this the first goal of the game? Oh my. That's not a pretty way to score it. Peters puts it in the back of his own goal. Thames take the lead though, and the title could be coming our way, which is, I think, what we want deep down. We're at the riverbank as well, so, I mean, it hits his chest. That's a shame. Rowney in behind to make it 2. Altidal's there. Oh, rolling back the years. I say that, he's only about 27. 27. I mean, well done me. It's a lovely ball by Pat Street, to be fair. In behind, finds Rowney, who's just had such a good season. Well worth the investment, and Altidal that front post just heads in. Oh. Oh my. The wing is there. Hutchinson finds Rowney. Well, look at the running through dimensions. So it all starts from a corner, so I'm thinking, well, not much will happen here. But Hutchinson picks it up there and then decides, well, this is my ball. Didn't get to play in the semi-final and just keeps going and just keeps going. And then finally picks out the perfect pass and Rowney makes it 3. And although, technically speaking, points-wise, Bournemouth could catch us, goal difference kind of gives us the edge. But I don't think it's going to let it count for some reason. I guess it's still possible. A 20-goal swing. I'll be a bit disappointed. Well, we've got a penalty. Hutchinson's going to take it to make it 4-0. It's been a bad day for Bolton, but a great day for Thames, and it's getting even better. That's his 17th goal of the season, bear in mind. I wish we had him against his actual home club, but regardless, he didn't have to move house for any of this. He just drives every day. Bolton have scored, but whatever. We've scored a 5th. Edwin puts it in from close range. Again, it was up from a corner. Suddenly we're trying corner tactics. I thought, what this is all about. We're playing it to the edge of the area, finding Hutchinson. It gets sort of bobbled around a little bit, and eventually falls to Robbie Edmund here, and he just pops it in past the keeper. 5-1, and because Bournemouth have won their game, there's still 6 points. It's not over yet. We'll have to wait until the next episode, folks. And there we are, Thames 5, Bolton 1. What a shame that we didn't progress further in the FA Cup and get to the final. West Ham deserved the winners, though, you've got to say. And we're finally beaten by a side that clearly are better than us. But a good test this season to play some of those teams and to find out where we are in comparison to them next season. The great season from us so far, though. Nearly finished off, of course. We'll probably bring you the final game of the season, look back at the season as well, see who the top performers were, although some of the names are a little obvious. And I look forward to doing that with you tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll do some sort of transfer window specialty thing coming up soon. So if you enjoyed this episode and you're looking forward to more, I'll see you again tomorrow at 5 PM for more. We love with care from It's been until next time. Goodbye.